Another trending case, R. Kelly's case. His attorney has been trying to get him released from a North Carolina prison as Kelly has claimed that his life is in danger there. Now, his attorney, Bo Brindley, filed a brief saying that prison officials recruited leaders of a white supremacist group to kill him. The court filing also claims that Kelly was given an overdose of medication that sent him to the hospital with blood clots. Kelly has since been back in solitary confinement, according to his attorney, still with these blood clots in his legs and lungs. So we are asking, is someone really trying to take his life in prison? And bringing back in our panel, I do want to read some statement that we received from the attorney for R. Kelly today, talking about this request for immediate release. They say it was denied by the judge. They were expecting that. They were going to have a hearing today, but that has been canceled. So they say they're not surprised, but they knew that technical jurisdiction would be a challenge under these circumstances. And they are going to be filing some other things in this case to try and get the conviction vacated. They have no choice but to act immediately, given the explicit evidence they say they have in terms of a threat to Robert Kelly's life. And yesterday they made an emergency visit to see him and can now confirm that this threat is ongoing and it is more serious than ever. Mr. Kelly remains again in prison with blood clots in his lungs. I mean, Joe and David, this is some really serious in terms of accusations, and we don't know what's going to happen next in this, but what are your thoughts on their approach to this and how the system will vet whether this is in fact true? David, I'll start with you.
These are extraordinary allegations. In fact, they are alleging that the prison staff conspired to kill R. Kelly and that they were recruiting inmates. And they have a declaration from the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood that says that he was approached to kill R. Kelly and that he's dying and that he wanted to oust this corruption throughout the prison. So extraordinary allegations. But you know what the remedy is for something like that? Transport. Getting him to a facility that is safe. And certainly it's not a reason to be released to house arrest for someone that has been convicted in a number of jurisdictions. It's not just one, it's multiple jurisdictions of conviction with lengthy prison sentences. So certainly I could see the advocacy and bringing forth these types of accusations and request for relief to get him out. But I believe it's either solitary confinement in that facility or a transport to another facility, not released to his house.
Yeah, he's been in several facilities at this point. He's been in New York, in Chicago, and now North Carolina, where he is. Joe Tamburino, they're making that motion today to vacate his convictions in Chicago based on what they're saying is newly discovered evidence. What do you think the odds are that they will get a favorable response from a judge?
Zero. I mean, that's just not going to happen. And the situation, and I agree with David, this is just, fantastical. I've never heard anything like that, that the Bureau of Prisons, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, is conspiring to kill an inmate. And, I mean, let's face it, I'm sure David's had a number of clients who are in prison. I have had that. Do fights go on in prison? Absolutely. And, I just have a little bit of a hard time believing that the head of the white Aryan Brotherhood of some prison would simply admit to a defense that, yes, he was part of a conspiracy to basically drug this person, Mr. Kelly, rather than there's an actual fight and a physical confrontation. But no, he's not going anywhere except solitary confinement, and his chances of, succeeding in court at the motion are zero.
They say they've got these statements on record. I don't know if that's an affidavit or a deposition. Probably not a deposition at this point, but do you think that's what's ahead? Do they need to get permission from the judge in order to get those statements on the record, Joe?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's different types of statements. Okay, so, and we don't know what type of statement this is. This could be that one inmate says, I heard this other person say this or that. Sure, that's a statement. It could be some type of oral statement that the person said on the phone or something like that. Could be a written statement, could be a sworn statement. The best type would be is if there was a deposition. Of course, we know there hasn't been, but if there really is going to be some type of litigation in the future, and if the Bureau of Prisons allows this white Aryan leader to be deposed, sure, let's see what he says. But until that time, there's not much to go on.